Hey, I was going to tell a story today about when I left California and moved across the country, and how that story continues to inspire people today and motivate them to make big shifts in their own life. Um, and I may still kind of tell it as we go along, but I'm thinking more today that we need to talk a little bit about what leadership looks like in this age of coronavirus, right? And I don't know that I have the answers to it. I know that I'm still feeling my own anxiety and a bit of fear around it. I'm not particularly scared of the virus. I'm healthy. I'm, not in the age range that is most at risk. My partner is also healthy, but we do know people, of course, who are in those risky categories. And ultimately, for the greater good, it's important to stay home and to do the social distancing and to work remotely and to minimize our contact with others for a bit, physically and in person. Certainly, we can stay in touch via social media. Our technology has prepared us for times like this, so that we can still get together and we can communicate via Zoom, via FaceTime, via just chats on social media, and Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. But I think that leadership in this time is listening to what's being said and listening to your own heart, and remembering that we're all in this together. That this isn't you against me. It isn't your neighbor against your house. It isn't this town against that town, or this country against that country. It is this virus has worked its way around the globe, and it's continuing to grow. And we are all going to be impacted in some way, shape, or form if you read the medical reports. I haven't checked the veracity of most of them. In fact, I don't think I've checked the veracity of any of them, but there's enough consistency in the reports to indicate that there are some things to be somewhat concerned about, and just to be conscious of what you're doing and who you're with and what and just again, kind of just like when you're sick, don't go out, right? It's the simple rules. And yet there are some who are not agreeing. And they have that right to their opinion. But I'm choosing to lead from the place of trying to social distance. And this is an interesting situation that I find myself in, because my partner and I are also in the middle of moving from Chicago to Florida. So our house has been on the market. Fortunately, we got an offer immediately, but we had to fly to Florida to find a place to live for ourselves, because he is supposed to be there by March 23rd. I was going to say the end of this week, but I record these one week and publish them the next. So he is supposed to be down there by March 23rd to start work. And I will go after Easter with all of our belongings. And it's a difficult time, because how do you show your house if you're a little leery about having people come in it? And so, we've had to make decisions about that. And again, we had to fly to Florida, and we had to make decisions about how we were going to deal with that. And what we did is we realized that this was, we would take these times and we would do these things that were necessary for our relocation, but then we would minimize our interactions with others as best we could when we returned. And so that's what we're doing, and we're going to keep doing that. And he will drive across country. He won't fly when he goes, as will I. And so that will minimize our impact and our interactions with others as well, as best we can. We'll try to maintain physical distance from people when we are around people. And I think these are things we are all doing the best we can. Towns have closed, or the state of Illinois has closed down all bars and restaurants for the next couple of weeks, so that's okay. I need to eat what's in my fridge and my pantry anyway, because I can't pack it and move it. But if I do need to go to the store, I am hopeful and grateful for whatever I will find. And so that's how I'm choosing to lead in this. I'm choosing to lead by the example of doing what I believe is best for the greater good and for the collective, by being very conscious and very aware of what I choose to do and how that could impact someone else. And I hope maybe that the rest of you are doing the same. But if you're not, again, I understand. It's because we all are individuals, we are all unique, and we all have our own thoughts and feelings about anything and everything that goes on. But I would ask that if you aren't practicing, or if you're being a little, this is awkward, this is weird, this is uncomfortable, we're not used to this, we're not used to being told stay home, we're not used to being told you shouldn't go out, or please don't go out. And if, God forbid, there is some sort of mandatory situation, I don't really know how we will react as a country. We're not wired that way. And I think that could get unpleasant as a very mild way to describe it. Hopefully, it wouldn't be anything more than unpleasant. But ultimately, what we were being asked to do isn't all that much of an inconvenience. Our ancestors, our grandparents, our, whatever generation you are, you have people who came before you who did so much more than you have to do right now. Right now, stay home. Get on social media, binge watch Netflix, work from your house, stay in contact with all of the technology that we have today, and just know that what you're doing could actually save a life. So I hope you lead from there today. And I'm going to try and keep doing it myself, even in the midst of trying to move forward with this move that we have in front of us. So until next week, stay safe, please stay healthy, and please help others stay healthy too. Take care.